Hi, everyone. Arthur Rocket, Miss Arthur Rocket here, and of course, I am making this video for the first time, and I'm going to let you know why. And the reason is I don't want to feel like a nobody just because I wrote books, specifically writing books. And what I mean author wise by I don't want to feel like a nobody is I just want to make money off my books and use it for after to help people. Some personal things I have planned. So welcome to the Miss Arthur Rocket, Roxy channel. Sorry. Um, you know how your schedules could be with writing, but if you're a writer, you know that even if you love writing and expression wise, that's the only thing occurring in your life. That's not the only thing occurring in your life, it's just an expression. So I thought I was gonna have time on the 21st to do the first Q and A session stream, and that's what I'm going to be calling them on my channel, but I did not. Anyway, my story that I will be sharing a summary with you about is called Party with Pizza Mystery. And before we go any further, you can't see my face on the stream, and that's totally intentional in this one because I was just testing out the setup. You saw a little bit of it, but now I switched it to my picture screen, and you'll know me by my YouTube logo, and that's exactly what I want. um this is um a um new um chapter for me, and I am not being anonymous because I'm sharing with um you my name, but don't expect to see my face on this channel ever with technology glitches on purpose, but mostly ever, period. Anyway, back to my story. The two people meet in Mexico. Um, are two lovebirds. Mr. Whitley, like the word wit, and then L-Y, Mr. or L-E-Y, Mr. Whitley. With any one of those spellings, even though I put L-E-Y, it could still be pronounced the same. So Mr. Whitley meets Miss Cheese Cherie. That is the word cheese and the word share put together, except the share part has another E and it's pronounced Cherie. With things being so busy of yesterday, day, which I thought I was going to try this stream again and have time um to I was going to put the finishing dates of yesterday on it because that's the date of completion anyway. Yeah, I finished it yesterday, so that's gonna be the date when it comes out. The publishers that is going to be on it. Um, please and thank you. Anyway, Mr. Whitley and Miss Cheesery, they meet as mail carriers, mail carriers for famous people around the world, and that's their job. So they meet in Mexico and they start with friendship and they think they're falling in love. But of course, before they get a chance to really find out, their job takes them delivering mail in the world for the famous people all around it. Two different directions, and they don't know if they'll ever see each other face to face again, but they keep writing letters and they stay in touch that way. And their two friends, um, Mr. Bob, Diddle Bob, and Miss Wanda Smith, um, they're just friends to them, and the story opens leading up to this point with Alexis feeling kind of sad because she knows about Wanda and she thinks that because her um Charles to use his first name, her Mr. Charles might have fallen for Wanda unintentionally because she is such a wonder and she's nice and everything, but he thinks that of Wanda as just a friend, but Alexis, she thinks that anybody would want to be Mr. Charles's friend, and she's um ranting about how um much of a godly cat he is, and um everything. So it's like it's not his fault. He is so godly, gracious, so godly, sweet, so godly, kind-hearted. He would help a bunch of people at once. He loves like hugs and everything. So of course, um, that is why she thinks that. So, um, she also puts in her diary, which is what makes up the story, that he's from 1903, which is a different time, literally, according to her, in the story, where chivalry, which means guys on purpose being a gentleman, is dead in the sense of some people she's says and thinks she um has come a contact with. It's just because they want to see where the friendship goes kind of quickly for whatever reason. They're just nice to her, but they don't really um know like what um she's um wanting like Charles does, because her way of expression is she's able to tell them, but very little because of how things go with time and everything, and they just want something quickly um to tell them where this is going. But since um Mr. Charles is a different type of Christian compared to what she feels and thinks, that is from a different time. Um, she is understood by him very well, she thinks, and um, so she um hosts this pizza party at her house when she finally gets the chance to, and she invites Mr. Charles, meaning Miss Alexis, because it's at Miss Alexis's house. And Miss Cheesery is wonderfully surprised to learn that the character Miss Wanda is a dual character in the story, which um, means a character with two purposes, and with the first purpose, Miss Wanda teaches adults to not be in their heads when they're faced with any type of situation like this, not just about um, people being in a friendship that later turns to love, but of course, um, corporately, when they're faced with challenges, to look on the bright side, and in corporately being a setting example, and to when they're faced with challenges of any kind, to look on the bright side. That's what Miss Wanda teaches. So um Miss Wanda is introduced as a friend of Mr. Charles's to Miss Cheesery at the pizza party, and they're just friends. They both tell her, and in fact, her friend, Mr. Bob Diddle Bob, is more of a friend to her than Miss Sir Charles is Miss Cherie is um, happy to find out, and and um, like so also in this story, um, it's important to find out that to note out rather, it's important for me to share that the characters will also find I told the story fast and I'm telling it fast because this is a summary, but the characters will find out that Mr. Charles just thinks of Miss Wanda as a friend, and that's the same thing with um um Alexis and Mr. Bob Diddle Bob, like um, they think they could be more than friends, all four of them with the other, but they solidify everything relationally at the pizza party because they've been emailing and mailing each other letters and they finalize everything face to face. Um, yes. Okay. So now that you've heard all about um, pizza party um, or party with pizza, Mr. Riam, sorry. This is just a new adventure for me, and I'm trying one more time to reach in a way that I've never before. Publishers and nervous also. It's my first time with my miracle mystery book series for adults, as I'm calling it, channel. And of course, I'm nervous because of that. But anyway, um, so now it's time for the Q&A session after you know some more about me. My favorite color is orange. My date of birth is June 8th, 1996, making me 28 years old. I wear glasses, so I'm going to need a team of typists to help me type things fast because I typed the story out fast on the computer using Google and copying and pasting from the search bar. Um, and I am really passionate about books. There will be a party with pizza mystery too, just as soon as I find publishers. Um, I already have an idea for that. It picks up as a little tease with Alexis and Mr. Charles defining um, what it means to be closer friends. They're the lead and they're helping their friends to find that out, and that's all I'm going to say about Party with Pizza Mystery. Also, adults, check the description because after I said like not after I talked about apparently writing things in a wrong format as it pertains to getting signed as an author being a bummer. I said, help me, not, uh, I put in the description that the help I want is not limited to Miss Sharon Draper. And Sharon Draper is a mystery writer. I didn't see any, but it could be a fault of Google. I wonder if she helps adults through her publishers like to get connected to them and not limited to her. But I am asking for you writers interested in giving an author want to be that is determined a chance to um, publish a book. So I want um, to lead. Um, I want to sign a mystery contract. Let's just know. Let's just um be familiar with what um I am asking for. A simple mystery book writing contract. I do want to expand later, and that is in my author notes page of the story, but um, mainly a mystery contract. I want to land that first. And in my story, it talks about love being a metaphorical time machine. That is also a moral of the story. So it puts down the writers and totally gives no meaning to their work value. Why? So I did not um, plagiarize it because I give the credit to Google, but um, and through Google to them, but summary wise, um, my original idea, credit wise, is also helped by the summary of A Timeless Christmas, um, the Hallmark um, movie. So before it gets made into a book, to no avail, I have tried to reach out to Mr. Mark Perry and ask for his help electronically. So I'm going to need my team of publishers and whichever author so graciously, thank you by the way, decides to help me to also help me put in this on their social media. Um, Also, please and thank you, Mr. Um, Mark Perry. Follow me on LinkedIn. This is Miss Arthur Rocket from LinkedIn. I just use YouTube to make the videos, but I'm going to post it on my link. It is Miss Arthur Rocket, Roxy on LinkedIn as well. How do I spell that? You might be wondering. Arthur Rocket is spelled like it sounds. AUTHER, and then Rocket, ROCKET, comma, Roxy, ROXEY. On LinkedIn, so I'm going to copy the URL and paste it there. By the way, happy Monday, the 23rd of December to you, everyone in our Thailand. Now for some Q and A questions. I want to know or have a discussion about what does Q what does Q and A mean to you? Hold on, people. Hi, Mom. I'm doing well. That's my mom. She comes to visit, and this work space, she actually was very great just to help me get okay. So I want to know, as an author, what Q and A means to you, since, as I've said, writing is very personal. So if this has been your experience about writing, how come some Q and A sessions don't answer? As an up and coming writer, your questions. What questions would you ask publishers if you could? My example, one not limited to any specific author, but using Miss Draper as an example, is, like I said, if she would help me publish my But that's just one question, and if she would consider um, writing a contract with um, me to present to her publishers, that question list would grow. But what questions would you ask publishers if you could? Um, Also, another question is 50% of authors I researched on the internet that are first time authors quit after their first book. I am an author without being published yet, so I don't think I ever will fall into that category, though, because I love it, and I am certainly not a part of that for um um my experience. But getting back to the question portion of my statement, why do you think the number is so high? And um another part of that question is, I have done some research into Miss Sharon Draper for um uh as I said, and to use her as an example, and what um like she said in her interview with Justice Books, that would she didn't know anything. Oh, no, Mom. That she didn't know what she was doing when she wrote um her first book. Um so she I think she said she did a lot of research in the Just Us book organization interview on YouTube. So, um, like, um, as a first time author or somebody willing to be published, I just wanted to know if you think that that is why the number is so high, because people writing books felt like she did the first time. Another question um, that I have is um, actually there I I can only um remember those two, so let me um I tried to pull it up on my LinkedIn when I first posted the post, like afterwards, but answered them on my LinkedIn, and if I can uh, pull it up and you have answered adults all of my questions, then we'll talk about them next time. And please and thank you. Accept this um, song to close out my live stream. Off the top of my head, a follow-up question: does it distract you, or when the music is at a certain um, um, noise level, um, can you still um, read it? Um, Now, please and thank you. I have um, no money to pay you, but as I get money from the books, that'll all change. So let me know um, in the comment and on my LinkedIn singer of Wrecking Ball. Um, um, if it would be okay for me to use your music to close out, and um each time on my channel, and if you say no, I promise you I won't again after this time. Wrecking Ball is an empowerment song in reverse. It's like if you are not proactive, you will see things move, but not in the way you want to, because life would or what some people call like when the universe plan things plans things for you, which I don't um believe in, will just take over. So that's important to um keep in mind and be proactive the way you want to be proactive, so that life doesn't just plan things for you. Um, um, and this um, channel is dedicated to Him as the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Um, that does not mean, in fact, it means just the opposite, that I will only be able to work with Christians and not with people from different backgrounds culturally or regarding faith or um like different personalities, but Jesus helps me center focus and everything. So um yeah, so thank you for tuning to the first ever Q&A with um author want to be information podcast on my channel. This has been Miss Arthur Rocket, Roxy, and thank you. I'm gonna let the music play me out and everything, so feel free to dance, everyone, if you want to. Oh, and my email has my name in lowercase at gmail.com. I am working on a phone number for this project, so more on that um, next time. But email me, talk to me on my LinkedIn and on the YouTube channel. In fact, I made a LinkedIn Adults for all the people who might not have time to pull up LinkedIn and YouTube, or for people who only have a LinkedIn and not a YouTube. So, as I've said, the video platform may be different, but this has been me from LinkedIn. Bye, and thank you. Wrecking Ball music video on YouTube. The jazz song Wrecking Ball on YouTube. Obviously, this could have been the song played to different instruments. This certainly was not the jazz version you will hear. The jazz version of the song um, mostly on the show, and sometimes songs have the same name while being two different songs. So anyway, thanks for tuning in, and other person with um the same song name. I was talking to you also, but with a different song idea. But your song is unique too. If it's a version of the same song, then it's very unique. I have never heard it played by a orchestra before, but if you were trying to achieve with different instruments the same song, then that's a good take on it. Bye everyone. Now I'll be posting this to LinkedIn, and besides this week, because technology can be uniquely frustrating and not help you start on time as well, the new ones, um, podcast wise, will be um, particularly not a specific time, but um, um, in the like around 11 and finishing in the afternoon if I can get to it by 11 on Mondays. So the time is not for sure, but the new ones definitely will be on Monday and everything. I am also talking to a crew about um YouTube help social media wise. So if I need to change it, I will, but I've told them Monday and they just said I'll work with you, so I thank them for that. Okay, bye. And before I go, don't be surprised to hear my family popping in and out. My office family is everything to me. And I'm still figuring out this YouTube thing and still um regarding this camera size. So you've already seen, as it is my first YouTubing experience. Um, too much of my face. Don't expect that. Always.